Hello Year 11 and welcome to exercise 1.03, which is titled Negative Scores. Now, this exercise, you're going to have to bear with me. It's using golf to help teach this. And I know absolutely nothing about golf, so let's learn about it a bit together. So we know integers, which is another word for numbers. They can be positive or they can be negative. And they have to be whole numbers, and they can also include zero. So I can draw my number line. So we know we've got, our negative, our positive, and then we've got zero. So when we're looking at golf, scores in golf and indoor cricket both make use of negative numbers. So numbers that fall in this section. So these are negative, and this chunk here is positive. In golf, a negative number is a good score, but in indoor cricket, it's a bad score, which can be a little bit confusing. So each hit of a golf ball is called a stroke. The course rating is called our par, meaning the average score. If a golfer's score is -2, it means that she took 2 fewer strokes than the course rating to complete her game. If an indoor cricketer's score is -2, it means that he lost 2 more runs than he scored. So if I just scroll, it might not let me zoom in here. So some language. So you might want to refer back to this when we are completing the exercise. So birdie is 1 stroke under par or -1. An eagle is 2 strokes under or -2. An albatross is 3 strokes under par or -3. A bogey is 1 stroke over or +1, and a double bogey is 2 strokes over par or +2. So basically, when we're looking at golf, this 0 point here is par, and you want to be down here in the negatives. You don't want to be up here in the positives. So let's have a look at this example. Jake and Megan played very well in a golf championship. Jake finished with a score of -2 and Megan's score was -3. First part A, what do the scores of -2 and -3 mean? And part B is, did Jake or Megan play the better game? Explain your answer. So I'm going to just say J is for Jake, and we know he got a score of -2. Then M for Megan, she got -3. So -2 means 2 strokes better than the course rating, and -3 means 3 strokes better. So for part A, you could just write it as they have here, if you like, or you can write -2 is 2 strokes better than par, and then -3 is 3 strokes better than par. Just something along that lines, because it's just wanting you to explain or describe what those scores mean. Part B. That's a bad comma. There we go. Part B is asking us, did Jake or Megan play the better game? Explain your answer. So they haven't done a really good job at this in their example, because it says Megan played the better game, but they haven't actually explained it. So Megan played the better game because, and you might want to use the reasoning from part A, she was 3 strokes under par. While Jake was 2 under. Squeeze that in. So that's it for exercise 1.03 about negative scores. If you need a hand with what a negative number is, we can have a little bit more of a look into it, but I'm hoping that we have still got a pretty strong foundation from last year.